Hello, I am Kate Lavelle, and today I want to talk to you about social media and the effects that it might have on your mental health. You've probably heard the narrative a lot that social media has a negative effect on your mental health, and this is very true in some cases. Let's look at a few examples. In her TED Talk on social media, Bailey Parnell indicates the four main causes of stress when it comes to social media. The first is a problem of filtered content. The majority of people only post a picture or a selfie that they think makes them look good. So we're getting a filtered perspective of what these people are really like. Filtered content also applies to the information that we're being exposed to. Members of Fudan University did a research project during COVID and found that since more people were looking at the news, they were also being fed more false information. This in turn led to an increased rise in anxiety levels. So filter content is just one reason why social media can give you stress. The second reason is that we put value into likes. So when we don't get as many likes that we wanted on that Instagram post or Facebook post, then we're left feeling unsatisfied. And honestly, we feel left out. Which leads me to the next reason that Bailey gave. We are constantly wanting to feel connected to others, meaning that we are terrified of being left out of the loop. So we probably didn't delete that social media app for as long as we said we would. Yeah, I get you. Been there. On the Line is an organization for social health, and they say that even though we're making connections to others through social media, it's not real. So we're left feeling more lonely. The final reason that Bailey gives for social media stress is cyberbullying. People tend to hide behind a digital curtain, so to speak, and lash out to others because they can't see their face. So it's easier to try to take them down. But this means that there's now an atmosphere on social media that is unhealthy and leads to people actually fearing posting something or commenting something. These points summarize the mental issues that come with social media and they're problems that everyone is dealing with today. The research that the members at Fudan University did also showed that anxiety and depression among social media users in China increased as a result of the pandemic. Many have become isolated as a result of COVID restrictions. We're used to living our lives through social media. The increased time that we spend on our screens has made the four stresses that we talked about much more likely to occur on a daily basis. So learning how to deal with social media stress is more important than ever. Now that we went over how social media can cause stress, there's some positive things that I want you to know. Social media can be a tool for good. We can use it to connect to others and have incredible conversations. We can use it as a source of inspiration for our creative minds. We can use it to empower others. So what can we do to decrease the anxiety and make more positive experiences on social media? The typical answer that you might hear is spend less time on it or delete the social media apps. Nesvin Blaku points out that time is not necessarily the issue. He says, we found that routine social media use, for example, using social media as part of everyday routine and responding to content that others share, is positively associated with all three health outcomes, those being social well-being, positive mental health, and self-rated health. So if the amount of time that we're spending on social media isn't the problem, what is the problem? A lot of people will be surprised to hear that it's not social media at all, but it's the people who are using it. Social media is just a tool. We need to own up to how we use social media and not pass the blame onto a digital platform. How amazing and powerful would it be if everyone used it as a source of good to support each other? So how can we be better about how we use social media? Well, firstly, you have to be aware of the dangers and stresses it can cause to your mental health. From there, you should monitor how you use it. Understand if you're using it in a positive or negative way. Give yourself breaks from it, but then when you do use it, make it a positive experience for yourself. You can do this by unfollowing those accounts and pages that you don't really need to follow. So overall, what we need to do is stop seeing social media as the problem. Instead, we have to start looking at it as a tool for making the world a better place. I suggest you start by sending your friend a meme and making them smile.